on the channel, we unbox all 3 Iron Man figures from the Ursa Major Marvel Legends wave. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Marvel Legends unboxing and review. And today we begin the unboxing of the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure wave. Very Iron Man heavy wave, and that's what we're starting with today with Hologram Iron Man, Stealth Suit Iron Man, and Modular Iron Man. But remember, for all your Marvel Legends needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. A link in the description below. So this Iron Man heavy wave, we're going to begin unboxing this, and the Build-A-Figure is what I'm after in this set. We've had a lot of Iron Mans, you guys know that. Some better than others, of course, like every other line out there. When you get one superhero that's super heavy in a line, sometimes you get a little sick of it, and I'm about there with Iron Man. I don't know how many more Iron Man figures we need, but you guys know he's a very popular character these days. He keeps selling, so you can put him in a lot of different positions, a lot of different figures out there, so it makes sense. But I'm excited about Ursa Major, the Build-A-Bear Build-A-Figure. I can't wait to unbox that, and at the end of the week, once we unbox all these, we'll build that Ursa Major figure, and we'll also compare the whole line in order of my favorite to least favorite. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell, as you won't want to miss a video. But today, like I said, we're digging in on the Iron Man figures, and we're going to start it off like we normally do. We're going to take a look at the packaging, talk about it, unbox it, talk about it, see where it goes from there. And we're going to start off with the Stealth Suit Iron Man figure. So let's take a look at the packaging on that one. There it is. You got a very blue suit, stealth suit, very stealthy in the night, of course. You got some effects with it. You got, of course, the Build-A-Figure foot and leg, extra set of hands, extra head, and I will probably use this Tony Stark head sculpt on one of these Iron Man figures. I'm not sure which one, maybe this one, but I think it's time. I got enough Iron Man without his helmet on. I think it's time to get a Tony Stark head on one of these figures, and that's where I'm leaning towards doing as of right now, but we'll check it all out, of course. But there it is. You got Iron Man down below here. Stealth Iron Man, Hasbro, Marvel Legends logo up top, of course, and the Build-A-Figure wave of Ursa Major. A little glamour shot action on the side here. There it is. Same thing on the other side, of course. Little Iron Man logo on the top there. Warnings on the bottom. And there's the back. Promoting at the bottom. Promoting the rest of the Ursa Major line. Like I said, we're going to unbox the whole thing this week. We're going to build the bear. You got to build the bear. Warnings down below. We got a little blurb and a little glamour shot as well. So let's see what it says about old Stealth Suit Iron Man. The new Mark 15 suit, codenamed Sneaky, gives Tony Stark a built-in cloaking system, dampening thrusters and retro-reflective coating to deliver devastating stealth attacks on opponents. So there you go. Let's unbox it. Let's see what's going on in here. Can I get it unboxed? What is going on here? I cut the tape. I swear I did. Just didn't cut it hard enough, I guess. Oh, the background. I thought it was just a clear, kind of normal, plain background, but it's got that Iron Man. I don't know if that comes up there. It's pretty yellow. Kind of a computer background there. It's all right. Nothing to write home about, that's for sure. Check it back and see you later. All right. Soaking it in. I don't see any paint imperfections here, which is always a plus, of course. There he is in the plastic prison. We've got these effects many, many times. We've got this Tony Stark head many a times, or at least a couple of times. And then this Stealth Suit Iron Man, we've seen this body in the past as well. We'll compare that here in a second. Pop all these things out of the package. Some hands. Oh, there's that Build-A-Figure leg. Look at that thing. Big, beefy leg. This could be the figure of the year for me. I'm not a huge Ursa Major fan. I can't even say I even knew his name. I've seen him around, of course, but I didn't even know his name. If somebody asked me off the top of my head, I wouldn't even have known. But boy, he stole my heart and never let go from the pictures I've seen so far. So we'll see. We'll see. See you later. All right. Now, not a lot to talk about. You guys have seen my reviews in the past with this Iron Man. We've seen the same body multiple times. This is not the first go around here. Boy, but what do we got going on? The bottom half of this figure's kind of got a dusty feeling to it. Like it's almost unpainted. It definitely does not match the rest of the figure. it looks off. I'd be curious if anybody else has the same issue. Let me wipe some of this off. It's like a dust. Very strange. It is. That's exactly what it is. It's very dusty. His arms even have that same problem. That is strange. I don't know. I almost need like a... I guess I'll use my shorts here. Let me wipe him off a little bit. So he's got like a fine dust to him, which is kind of gross. And now the colors do not really match. I could have a defective Iron Man here. I'd be interested in the comments if you guys that open this one, if you have the same issue I have. From the knee down and the arms have a different color blue, a different tint blue, and they're a bit dusty. They got a fine film on them. That really takes a lot of fun out of the toy. I gotta tell you guys, don't like that a lot. Very strange. I don't think I've ever had that issue with Marvel Legends. We've had sticky problems, we've had stuck joints, but I don't know if we've ever had a fine film dust over a figure like this. Very interesting. I don't know. It's even in the joints and everything else. So I think I got a bad Iron Man for sure. You can even see it in there. Gosh, what are we doing? What are we doing, Hasbro? What are we doing? I don't know. I'm at a loss here, but we're going to power through it. We're going to power on. We did get extra hands. We got the repulsive blaster hands, so you can put these in here. You can also put them in his foot, of course. So we've seen that numerous times. Nothing new with this Stealth Iron Man. I am excited about this head. Like I said, I feel I need to finally use this head sculpt. I bagged it the last couple of times. I think it's finally time to put one of these heads on one of the Iron Man figures. I do have that Disney Hall of Armor playset. I have a bunch of different armors in there. Getting pretty full on that at this point, especially when I'll start adding these guys in. So I think it's time to have one of the Tony Starks in my collection holding the Iron Man helmet and then have his normal head as the head sculpt. Like I said, we've seen this body before. We saw it in the 80th anniversary Iron Man figure, which is a pretty strong Iron Man figure. I do display this one outside of my Hall of Armor with my Avengers, so I do like this one a whole lot. And then recently in that Shang-Chi wave, we got, this is really my Iron Man. There's two Iron Mans when I think of Iron Man. This is when I first ever discovered Iron Man. This is what I saw. This is what I think of. So this one does hold a special place for me. When I think Iron Man, this was my first incarnation of Iron Man, the first time I ever saw him. So I do like this one from the Shang-Chi wave. This thing is a hot, I don't want to say hot seller. I'm not going to say hot seller, but hot clearance item right now. A lot of Targets, Walmart's putting this to clearance. I think Amazon has it for $12.99. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description below. So this one's a sleeper one. I think this is a good Iron Man. I wouldn't be opposed to putting the Tony Stark head on this one if I could get the head off. There we go. Should fit, I would imagine. It does. You know, I think this is probably the way I'm going to go. I just love this Iron Man one. And it's cool when you buy a bunch of these different figures, you can mix and match some of the pieces and parts. And I believe this came with a holographic head as well. I'm not using that one on here, but I think I will use this one on this body. So once again, all three of these are the same. I don't know. I like that one though a lot, of course. I can't wait to unbox this one, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, why that is my Iron Man. Let's see. Let's try the stealth one. Gosh, she's even dusty on the head peg and stuff. I don't know what's going on. I'd love to hear your guys' comments below if you got a weird one like I do here. So you can't put this on here. It still looks good. Not quite as good as this one, I don't think. But it is what it is. So I don't know. I'm not sure. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? We always do the ringside collectible stand test. Use discount code Kyle, ringsidecollectibles.com. Save yourself 10%. I say it all the time. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. These are the best stands in the game. They're only like $3 a pack of 10. You can get them in different colors. Beautiful. Fits like a glove on this stand. So that works out very, very well here. I just got to decide which head to have the regular head on and which ones will be helmeted. This one's going to stay how it is. I always have him on a flight stand with some rays going down up in the air, so I'm keeping that. I'll decide between these two, but as of right now, I'm leaning towards this one, keeping the Tony Stark head on this one. I think that's the way to go. All three of these figures, the exact same mold, exact same everything, just different colors. So I guess you can choose your own adventure there. If you need all three, maybe you feel you only need one or two. I would definitely say if you're only buying one, the stealth one isn't the one. Quality issues for me, but this isn't the one to get. This isn't iconic. I think that's fair. Tony Stark Iron Man. I think you got to get this one or this one. These are the most iconic suits, at least to me, as far as old Iron Man. And then we'll talk about this one as well. But these two for me, this one would be last place. And I'm not sure. This one probably not going to rank very high in the total rankings. I hope this isn't a way of how the set's going to go in the future. We'll see what happens. But there it is. Stealth Suit Iron Man. All right, next up, how about we go Hologram Iron Man? We'll mix it up. We'll do a little Hologram Iron Man. So there he is. Plastic prison there, of course. Got the Iron Man logo down below. We got Ursa Major. We got that big bear head in the package. That thing really stands out, especially against that clear hologram like Iceman. Iceman, Iron Man. I guess I got Iceman on the brain. Does kind of look like Iceman a little bit, I guess you'd say. He's got the repulsive blasters there. Repulsor blasters. Got an extra set of hands as well, as every hologram needs multiple hands. We know that. And the box is the same from there on out. Even the top, warnings. Then you got a little glamour shot on the side. Glamour shot on the other side. And then you got the back of the packaging. Warnings down below. Got the rest of the set right there with the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure. Got a big glamour shot right there. And then we got a little blurb to the side. Let's read that blurb. Let's see what it says about the Hologram Iron Man. Hologram Iron Man. Ever the innovator, Tony Stark takes flight in a holographic form, a computer-generated avatar, and an enduring force for good. It seems strange that a hologram would have blasts coming out of him. I don't know. It's kind of like those spirit ghosts from the Jedis, you know. It's kind of weird they have their lightsabers in Jedi. I don't know. It just seems strange to me. But I guess if he's doing some blast and they're projecting a hologram of him doing the blast, I guess that's why they're there. So I guess it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. That's where I stand with that one. You guys can tell me in the comments. Same background as the last Iron Man, so nothing special there. See you later. All right, how about a little plastic prison? Like I said, we got the bear head, Ursa Major. We got 2 extra hands. Choose your own hand adventure. What do you want? How do you want your hands on your Iron Man hologram? I feel like a hologram should have open hands. Holograms aren't here to fight. That's my opinion, and that's what I'm going to do. So let's pull these out. We've had these blasts before. We've seen them before. Oh, come on, Ursa Major. Come on. There it is. There it is. And the hands. Will the hands come? When the hands come, they come, I guess. There it is right there. See you later. So we got 2 extra hands. The detail on the hands are good, though. I mean, you can see kind of the computer lines on it, we'll call it. Also, the nice white line that really highlights it. Helps kind of do the mix and match of the colors. So we do see that. We do get these blast effects. A little bent, but they can be moved around, of course. So we got those. Oh, Ursa. Oh. Well, I don't want to say I'm disappointed about this head, but I thought maybe the mouth would be able to go up or down. That would have been a nice little feature here. Instead, the mouth is permanently open. Is what it is, I guess. But, yeah, there it is. There it is. All right, let's check out this figure here. Once again, we're getting reuse out of a lot of these Iron Man. It makes sense. You got to get the most out of your molds. But this does feel different, even though we're familiar with this body type. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees on this one. This actually looks better in person than it does in the package. I like that. You guys know that on the channel. Better than anticipated. Looks pretty cool. Got some good motion at the top up there. Got a little... I guess it looks all right. But very clear. It's a clear-like figure. Obviously, it's a hologram type figure. But I like the looks of this. It's very interesting. The white piping really brings this out. It brings out what it is. I think if it didn't have this white piping, we'd be a little bit lost. It would almost be like a Crystal Warrior, if you remember those toys back in the day. But it's a good use to get your mold back out there in a totally different way. I can see people putting this up. You have the Avengers or somebody around a table, and here's the holographic image of Tony Stark going on. I don't mind that idea. I wonder if the head pops off. Head pops off very easily. Very easily. Do I have an extra head? What did I do with that Tony Stark head? I apparently lost it already. That's the way it goes. But you can put other heads on here, which I don't know why you really would. And this one won't even go on, so maybe you can't. Nope, won't go on. But the head does pop off at least. How about that? The head does pop off. But I was going to use that Tony Stark head. I'll have to find that. Maybe I'll stick it in the glamour shot, see how that looks. But the head does not have a lot of movement besides side to side, though. I will mention that. But this is all right. This is actually better than expected. I don't know if it's quite worth $22.99, which I think these have went up to $22.99. I was very lucky to get these at Target right before they left the $19.99 price point. Had to have been one of the last times they were $19.99, as they've all went up in price, I do believe. But yeah, like I said, not a lot to write home about this one. We've seen this body before, much like the Stealth Suit Iron Man. We've seen it before. But it's a new twist on an old favorite, we'll call it, and that's exactly what this is. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? That's a good question. Good articulation on this one. Of course he fits. Does not fit. Does he not fit? Oh, he fits. He fits on the stand. I just didn't push it in hard enough. So there you go. He fits on the ringside collectible stand. We always got to do the ringside test. I don't know. Better than expected. I like the piping on it. I like the clearness to it. It's just something different. It's not your run-of-the-mill Iron Man, which at this point, we've gotten about every Iron Man suit under the sun. So for a change of pace, hey, guess what? I'm all in. Now let's get to the cream of the crop. Maybe the one I'm the most excited for in this entire wave, outside of Ursa Major, of course, and that is the Modular Iron Man. All right, let's get down to it. Let's get down to the Modular Iron Man. First off, I did find that Tony Stark head. Let's pop it on here. Let's see if he looks like a guy from Tron. That's kind of what this reminds me of. I've never seen Tron before. I've never seen the original or the newer movie, but this reminds me of a Tron suit from what I've seen. But yeah, there you go. You got Tony Stark on there. It looks okay. Does this look, I don't know. I don't know. Would this ever make sense? Can you be hologram from the head down? I don't know. But it does make a nice contrast here. This does look kind of okay to me. But this isn't the way I'm going to display him, that's for sure. I'll leave this head on. I think this is the way he'll be. There you go. So right there, Modular Iron Man. Let's start him off. Let's take a look at him. This is why we came to this review. This is the one I'm excited about. Same packaging. We've seen this packaging in the other two, of course. Same background, same everything else. We got extra hands. We got more effects down there to use with him. Part of the Ursa Major set, of course. There he is on the side there. Other side, of course. Iron Man up top. There it is. And the back. Full of 90s goodness here is what this reminds me of. Let's read the blurb. We got the Ursa Major line, everything else. The warnings down below. Let's read about Ursa Major and the Modular Iron Man wave. The Modular Iron Man figure from the Ursa Major set. How about? A dazzling technological achievement, the modular suit allows Tony Stark to reconfigure subsystems like boots, gloves, helmets, and scanners on the fly. Now, why do I like this one so much? Or at least, why do I like the thought of this figure so much? It's because, if you guys remember the 90s, we all do. We remember the X-Men animated cartoon series. We remember the Spider-Man one as well. But a little bit more forgotten, as those two I just mentioned were part of the Fox Kids Saturday morning cartoons. There was also the Marvel Action Hour, and we saw Incredible Hulk, we saw Fantastic Four, and we saw Iron Man involved in that. Now, young Kyle did not have those on during the day at normal cartoon hours. They were on his Fox affiliate at about 1 a.m. Sunday morning. So I would record these on VHS tapes as a kid, and I would watch them later in the week is how I would do it. That was really how I got into Iron Man a little bit more than just passing by in the comic books. Kind of flushed out the stories a little bit, and I think cartoons are very good for that. Give you a base, let you know the characters, let you know the villains, and then you can dive into the comics a little deeper if they interest you there. And Iron Man, I wouldn't say made me super interested. I probably like the Hulk and the Fantastic Four cartoon a hair more than the Iron Man cartoon. But if you guys remember, they also had Toy Biz toys around all these properties, Iron Man included. So there was a lot of good Iron Man figures, I guess no different than today. But Modular Iron Man was my favorite Iron Man, and in my playing days was my go-to Iron Man Toy Biz figure. I thought it looked like the best of the bunch, and this is what Iron Man was basically based off of on the Marvel Action Hour Iron Man series. So that's why this one holds a special place in my heart, and that's why I'm excited to unbox this one like we're going to do right now. So let's see what's going on. Let's see if there's any fuss. There's fuss with me, but is there fuss with you? See you later up high. Oh yeah, that's a lot of Modular Iron Man goodness right here. There he is in the plastic prison. Looking only like he can look, as I might say. Let's pull him out. Let's get these blasters. I remember the original one had kind of a... You could put on armor on the... It would clip onto the legs and the feet and stuff. We don't have that here. Thankfully, I didn't really like that aspect of it because sometimes it would fall off. You guys know how that went. Pull him out. See you later. See, I like this one. I always like how this is like 90s, everything was hulked up, everything was more muscular and bigger, and that's what I do like about this Iron Man. It's Iron Man, but he feels just a little bit bigger. Like, you know, he feels more Arnold Schwarzenegger-esque. He just feels like a bigger, jacked-up dude than just a businessman in an Iron Man suit. Does that make sense? That was the 90s, I would say. But I like this one. I like this one a lot. Like I said, this is my Iron Man. This one and that other one, this one, of course, missing his head right now. Those are my two Iron Mans. That was the first Iron Man I ever remember seeing in the comic books. This is the one from the cartoons in the 90s. So when I think of Iron Man, those are the two I always think of. Blaster effects, of course, fit right in the hands. We've seen these blaster effects so many times. I don't even know if we ever need to talk about them again. We know all about the articulation with the double-jointed knees, double-jointed elbows. We do love that. I love this Iron Man. I absolutely love it in hand. I just like that it feels, I don't know. I want to say it feels bigger, but really it's probably not any bigger than any of the other ones. It's about the same. It's just something about this one, and I guess I can't put it into words what I really do like about this, but it's got that cool gold and red coloring. I just love it. I just love it. This is my Iron Man. This is the one that's going to be prime position on my shelf. Just reminds me back to the cartoon, the Marvel Action Hour, all that fun stuff. So I definitely do like this one. It'll be interesting how well this one sells. Is there a lot of people with fondness for that animated series? Will he fit on a ringside collectible stand? That's another question. He's not fitting right now. He fits. He fits. We got him on the ringside collectible stand. Like I say all the time, spend your money on your figures, not your stands. Ringsidecollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. But I like this one a whole lot, guys. Definitely better than this one. This one, boy, I'd be interested to see what you guys say in the comments on that one. I don't understand all this dusty flimsiness that's going on all over. But 3 Iron Men figures in this wave seems a little bit overkill for me. And we're getting Iron Man figures, it seems like, on every single corner. We're getting the Avengers, movie wave figures, some Target exclusive figures. There's a lot of Iron Man coming out to the shelf. So it's one of those things. How many Iron Man figures do you need? Maybe for you, it's how many are you going to make? Maybe for others, it's like, hey, I just need 1 or 2. But that's the beauty of collecting. You can vote with your wallet and choose which ones you want. As of right now, I'm picking them all up, at least until my Hall of Armor is all full. But I definitely like this Modular Iron Man. You know he's going to be pretty high on my rankings. You know this one's going to be towards the bottom, most likely. And this one maybe somewhere in the middle. So truly a mixed bag here between the 3, I would say. But what say you? You guys let me know in the comments your thoughts on these 3. Which one's your favorite? Which one's your least favorite? Which one's in the middle for you? And then, of course, stay tuned to the rest of the week. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're going to rank this whole set once we get them unboxed from my favorite to my least favorite, so be ready for that. And I'll, of course, want your list as well in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. So there it is. 3 Iron Man figures from the Ursa Major Wave, of course, by Marvel Legends. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.